Hello there, Marcelo here, and today we're going to discuss the Stratted pattern. Let me know if you like it. If you have any comments, go to the comment section and check the description of this video for additional information about the pattern. Okay, let's go to the line that defines it. The Stratted pattern is useful when you need to dynamically change an algorithm or behavior at runtime without altering the code that uses it. Not so easy to understand, so let's go to the example here, and then probably you're going to understand it better. So in this example here, we're going to be doing the payment processor, which is basically processing payments on a site or whatever. And then we do need to have a strategy of payment. What is the strategy here? Well, it can be credit card, can be PayPal, can be NFC, I don't know, hugs, whatever you want to have to pay what you have to pay. So the payment processor only gets the strategy that we will use in the initialization, and then it can process by passing by the process with the amount that it should process. Pretty simple. Let's check out the payment strategy interface. So the payment strategy interface only have this method here, the process payment, which makes total sense because then you can process the payment. And in this case, we do not need anything else from this interface. It has it not implemented because it's an interface. So let's check out the concrete payment strategies here. So they do inherit from the payment strategy. In this case, the credit card, it's only putting that it is processing credit card payment for the amount and the value of the amount. PayPal is the same, but instead of credit card, it says PayPal, and that's it. So you could have as many as you want, and then you could just initialize your processor with the correct strategy, or even change the strategy here in this example. So let's see it working in our IRB as usual. So let me copy this. Oh, let me copy even this so we do have everything initialized. Okay. Let's see when we do process the payment considering the credit card strategy that we just used here. So processing credit card payment for amount 800. So the payment processor, it doesn't have any idea on how this is going to be processed, and it doesn't really care for that sake. So if we do need to change the credit card payment, for example, it will just call it and everything is going to be in place. So we can dynamically change an algorithm or behavior at runtime without altering the code that uses it. So that's the idea. You can reuse the same processor and then you can do different things with it without really caring of the internals of each of the payments. So let's change its strategy to PayPal and then recall the process payment. Processing PayPal payment for amount 50. Okay, this is cool. So for understanding what this is really, it's really easy, straightforward. But come on, who defines interfaces in Ruby? Who's really doing things in Ruby with inheritance like this? It's really rare. So let's check a more Rubyonic code. So let me exit here and check out to strategy with case. Okay, when we change the strategy, the code to the strategy with case, you're gonna see that what changed in here is that we no longer need to inherit from the payment strategy because, well, in Ruby, if the method is there and you call in the instance, it's gonna be called and that's it. So you do have the duck typing in here, which is pretty cool, and then you can use this directly from scratch. But also it's way more common in Ruby that instead of you initialize and then say which strategy that you have and then you have to pass the strategy in there, you can just pass the name of the strategy and then you can use a case when here, which will also initialize it for you. So if the strategy name is credit card, then you go with credit card, and if it's PayPal, you go with PayPal. And of course you do need a method to do that for you, so with its strategy, and then you can call the process amount here. This way it's easy for you to create, for example, a view that do have all of the ways that you can pay, and then the name of the strategy is part of the process. So you just say, oh, I want to pay with credit card, which is pretty common when you do have to pay, I don't know, for a flight, for flight tickets. You do have, which was the kind of payment, and then it changes the strategy for you, and then you put the information about that, and that's it. So you can process the payment accordingly. Okay, so the change here is that now the payment processor will be with the strategy, and then you process the payment. So let's copy that to our IRB. Let me just enter the IRB here. Let's clean it up a little bit. Then we can just go paste this. Okay. Let's process the payment here. Processing credit card payment for amount 800. So payment processor with strategy credit card should be credit card. Payment processor with its strategy PayPal should process PayPal. Of course, we could improve this code a little bit further also, because if you do instantiate by yourself, then if it doesn't know what is the strategy, then it's gonna raise the error here. So you could have like a different way of dealing, but this is only for exemplifying. Still, this code doesn't look very Ruby for me. Of course, this might be my taste, but if I would have to really do that, instead of use case, because it's pretty uncommon for me to use case in Ruby, I would do with strategy with hash. A hash? Yes, a hash. So now my payment processor has the strategies that it does understand. So I could come here and say, I don't know, NFC, and then we would put here what is the class for NFC. But then what you do need now is like just passing by the strategy name, and then you try to get the strategy, making it a symbol. You create it unless you cannot find the payment strategy. So if I cannot find the payment strategy, then I will raise an error. Again, this is not the best way of doing this, but for exemplifying what is the idea of using the hash here, it's pretty cool, pretty okay. Okay. Oh, let's copy and see if it works. If it still works. So we go here, IRB. Then we can paste that, clear, paste it. Okay, so payment processor. Oh, what did I do? With strategy. Of course, I forgot to put the with strategy. No. What did I do? Let's create this again, because there is a problem. Okay. So payment processor with strategy. Okay, now it works. And boom, works also as expected. So that's what you do use this strategy for, so that you can reuse classes, and then you can make a decision in runtime. So you decide what you do want to use in runtime, and this code could be improved, but could be used anywhere in your application. I hope you have liked it, so let me know. If you have any comments, please go to the comment section and check out the description of this video for additional information. Okay? See ya. Bye bye.